Okay, so we are going to start with limits for trigonometric functions today. Okay, in the previous video we had talked about limits, we had talked about the different formulae. So please take a look at it. Okay, if you have not seen that video, please go back and go to the playlist and you can check that. Okay, so let's start. Now for limits, there are very simple formulae for limits. Limit sine theta, theta tends to 0 is equal to 0. Okay, limit theta tends to 0, cos theta is again equal to 1. Okay, not 0. And limit x tends to 0, sin x by x. Okay, if you have an x here, you have to have an x. If you have a 2x here, you have to have a 2x is equal to 1. Okay, and the last one, limit x tends to 0 and tan x by x is equal to 1 again. So these are the different formulae. So these are the different formulae that we are going to use here. Okay, so let's start with the sums first. Okay, the easy ones first. Here I am telling you, please watch the video till the end, because towards the end we have the more difficult sums. So don't miss those sums. Those are the sums which come for more marks. Okay, here tan alpha x, tan beta x, x tends to 0. What do we do? So here we can simply do limit x tends to 0 and tan alpha x by, we can put her 1 alpha x here, and tan beta x, we can put a beta x here, but that is not enough because x and x cancel. So we have not put, but we have to adjust this. Okay, we have to adjust the alpha and beta. If you have put an alpha in the denominator, put 1 in the numerator, put 1 in the denominator as well. Okay, so now what do we have? This part becomes a 1, this part also becomes 1 due to limits. So my final answer is alpha by beta. Okay, so here we have, we'll put sine mx by mx, and then tan nx, we'll put the nx here. Here we'll put the limit x tends to 0. So this m we have put extra, put 1 m here. This n we have put extra. This x anyways cancels. So when we apply limits, on applying the formula, we get m by n. So that is it. Okay, let's do this big question over there. Let's see what it is. So here we have, the moment we look at this sum, we know there is some splitting the middle term going to be happening in this. So here we have limit x tends to pi by 6 and then 2p square. We take sin x as a p, plus p minus 1. 2p square minus 3p plus 1. That is limit x tends to pi by 6, 2p square minus 1, and then 2p minus p minus 1. Okay, and 2p square, so I am doing middle term factorization, minus 2p minus p plus 1. This is minus 3p, you say this is p. Okay, so that makes it limit x tends to pi by 6, this is 2p, p plus 1 minus p plus 1. Simple factorization, 2p, p minus 1 minus p minus 1. Now next step, which is equal to limit x tends to pi by 6, okay, p plus 1 and 2p minus 1, okay, 2p minus, please don't use sign here unnecessarily, the sum becomes big. Not that you can't do it without the substitution of p, but then you should not do it because it becomes very big. Now cancel this. This is limit x tends to pi by 6, and then you have sine x plus 1 and sine x minus 1, which is sine pi by 6 plus 1 and sine pi by 6 minus 1, which is equal to half plus 1 and half minus 1, which is 3 by 2 and minus half. Cut the 2, so it becomes minus 3. Okay, so that is the answer, minus 3, because this is minus half, from there we get the minus. Okay, let's see the next sum. So we can divide the numerator and the denominator here with an x. If we do that, tan 2x by, okay, we'll put a 2 here, we'll put a 2x because we are dividing with an x, minus 1. Okay, and this 2 we have put because we have put an extra 2 here. And here 3 we have divided with an x. If we divide the numerator with an x, we have to divide the denominator also with an x. That is the rule of maths. Now minus tan x by x. Okay, now if we apply limits here and if we apply limits here, we get 1 here for this much. So that is 2 minus 1, 3 minus 1. That is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is our answer. So next one, x pot 2s x limit x tends to 0. Okay, now this looks difficult. It is not difficult. When we have this x, just make it tan 2x. Tan 2x. Put a 2 here. See, it is about arrangement. Limit x tends to 0. Now the full sum has come under a formula that is equal to half. Okay, now another one, tan x by 2, and here we have a 3x and limit x tends to 0. Okay, so how to do this? So here if we have a 3x, now tan, okay, we will just put, we have a 3 here, we'll put x by 2, we'll put x by 2, that means we have multiplied with a 2. So we'll divide by 2 and this 3 is already there, so we'll write 1 by 6. Limit x tends to 0, that is giving us 1 by 6 because that portion is a 1. Okay, so now let's see few more little difficult question. The difficulty level is slowly going up. Okay, so let's see. So here we have limit x tends to 0, then 2 sin x minus 2 sin x cos x by x cube, that is limit x tends to 0, 2 sin x is taken common, 1 minus cos x, and here if I put one x and here I'll put one x square. Let's see now, limit x tends to 0, then we have 2 sin x by x, this is 2 sin square x by 2, and we have one x square here. Okay, so now we have a 2 here and we have a 2 here. Okay, we'll make a 4 out of it, and this is already 1, you can see. Okay, so let's work only on this, or you can work it in 2 steps, or you can work it in 1 step, whatever. So you can apply limits here and then focus on this. So assuming I have done limits here, now limits, okay, x tends to 0, sin x by 2, here again x by 2 and the full thing square. Now this 4 is coming from these two, okay, and that is equal to 1. So my final answer is a 1. Okay, so let's see the next sum now. Here we have little bit of surd and little bit of mixed with trigonometry. So we'll go for first rationalization. Limit x tends to 0, 1 plus 2x minus 1 minus 2x, and 1 plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x. Okay, and sin x, and 1 plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x. Okay, limit x tends to 0, then here if I have 1 plus 2x minus 1 plus 2x, okay, sin x and 1 plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x, and that is equal to, we have a 4x here. Okay, so we have a 4x, we'll keep the 4 out and the x sin x. Here limit x tends to 0. Then here we have 1 by root 1 plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x. We'll substitute the x here. This will become root, this will become a 1. Okay, if x tends to 0. Here it will become a 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 4 by 2, and this is a 1. So 4 by 2, okay, and that comes to a, so final answer is a 2. Now limit x tends to 0. Here this is the sum, okay, little bit, looks little bit confusing. E to the power 3 plus x minus e cube, okay, by x minus sin x by x, that is, now limit x tends to 0. Here I can take the e cube out, e to the power x minus 1 by x. I think you can see the formula here, minus sin x by x. So apply limit here and apply limit here, and what you get? You get here, you get one e cube, okay, and from that part you get a 1. So sum solved. Now let's see these sums, x minus pi by 4. Now whenever you are given like this, here there is no 0. Okay, we will take x minus pi by 4 is equal to y. Okay, so then here we'll put y, because if x tends to pi by 4, x minus pi by 4 is a 0. So x minus pi by 4, if it tends to 0, then y also tends to 0. So here we will write limit y tends to 0, okay, and 1 minus tan, this is y plus pi by 4 coming from here, okay, and here y. This is our sum, okay. So what we will do is, we will start applying the formula. 1 minus tan y plus 1, we are using the formula of tan a plus b. 1 minus tan y, because tan pi by 4 is a 1 again, okay, by the y. Now if we start calculating this, 1 minus tan y minus tan y plus 1, right, okay, by 1 minus tan y, and then comes 1y. Here we have limit y tends to 0. Okay, let us cancel out the 1. So it comes to minus 2 tan y, 1 minus tan y by y. Okay, and limit y tends to 0. That is limit y tends to 0. Here we bring the minus 2 out. We bring the minus 2 out here. Okay, this minus 2, and tan y by y, and 1 by 1 minus tan y. That makes, if we write tan y is equal to 0, then we get only 1 here. This part becomes a 1 because of the formula. So my answer becomes minus 2. Okay, so that was the sum. Let's see the next question, which looks difficult, but it is not. It's very easy. So you all should not leave this question in the exam. Here cosec square x minus 2, this is x tends to pi by 4 again. Here limit x tends to pi by 4, and cosec square x is 1 plus cot square x, right, minus 2, and cot x minus 1. This becomes cot square x minus 1, right, cot square x minus 1 by cot x minus 1, and here it is limit x tends to pi by 4, which is limit x tends to pi by 4 and cot x plus 1, cot x minus 1, okay, and here cot x minus 1. So this is Now put the pi by 4 here, you get 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Okay, so my final answer is a 2. Let's see the next question. Cos x minus cos a by x minus a, this is limit x tends to 0. Okay, limit x tends to a. So how do we solve this kind of a sum? So if x minus a is equal to y, then x is equal to a plus y. Okay, if x minus a tends to 0, then y tends to 0. So here limit x tends to a, we will change it, y tends to 0, okay, and cos, here we'll write a plus y minus cos a, and this is y. Okay, so limit y tends to 0, we'll use the formula here, cos a cos y minus sin a sin y minus cos a by the y. Okay, by y. So now if I give this y separately to each one, okay, if I give it separately to each one, then we'll have cos, if y tends to 0, if I apply it here, okay, if y tends to 0, then this term cancels with this. What I am left with is here minus sin a and sin y by y, and I am applying limit y tends to 0 over here. That is equal to minus sin a. Okay, sum done. Okay, so these were some of the very important questions of trigonometric limits. Okay, with that we finish limits. Don't miss the very first video on differentiation, because that helps us to understand differentiation. We'll do all types of differentiation by first principle and also the regular ones with formula. Thanks all of you. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye then.